Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We are gathered for the most important of all activities, chanting Krishna's names. And anyone who keeps company with Krishna through his names inevitably becomes purified and develops all good qualities. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatiya kinchana sarvar gunas tatra samasati sura harava bhaktasya kuto mahat guna manoratena asati davato bihi. Naturally, by associating with Krishna, we take on his qualities. So this morning I was listening to Prabhupāda, and he was talking about how the Vedas give the process for developing one's spiritual qualities in human life, and the Smritis explain how to do that. And he says great ācāryas come, like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and explain exactly what kinds of adjustments to make in order to get the most out of the Smritis. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he quoted, had emphasized that the chanting of the holy name is the only way to actually attain perfection in spiritual life. Someone had suggested that Vivekananda had said that everyone should learn Sanskrit, then they would become perfect. And Prabhupada said, the Vedas don't emphasize Sanskrit, they emphasize Shruti, hearing. And that he said also that this rubber stamp that Gandhi gave to Harijanas, anyone who's a fallen person, he can be called Harijana, but Prabhupada said, and actually the process is that any Harijana, any person who's lowly can become a Harijana by the process of Shruti. You have to hear from the authorized person, take the sound vibration that comes through the channel that's coming from Krishna. So we take the sound vibrations coming through the channel of the ācāryas, who then give us that sound vibration, and we have to apply it in our own lives. Prabhupada signed his letters, your ever well-wisher, which means he wished us well. He gave us the instructions, which were his blessings. You find at the beginning of his letters, he says, please accept my blessings. So the blessing is that I'm giving you this sound, this vibration, and now I'm your well-wisher, but you have to take advantage of it. So there's only one kind of happiness in life, true happiness. It's the happiness of applying oneself to the order of the ācāryas. And in that endeavor, taking some austerity means prying myself away from what I want to do or what my senses want to do, and instead doing what the ācārya says is good for me. This is tapasya. And in tapasya, there's actual happiness. The senses become purified. I feel joy in my heart. I feel aligned with Krishna, and I get all good qualities naturally. The supreme most process in the age of Kali Yuga is this chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So everybody here that's on this call or connected in any way, listening to it afterwards, is in the right place at the right time. You came to the right yuga, the right planet, and the right room. Because here we're chanting Hare Krishna. We're following the ācārya to the best of our ability, and that means success. Mamhi partavya pashrita. Krishna says, if you just take shelter of me, then everything else is possible, and it doesn't matter where you're from. Striyo vaishas tata shudras tepi yanti param gatim. You can attain the supreme destination no matter where you're starting from. Just take shelter of my order. So today we're performing japa, which is the process that all great ācāryas do themselves. We're following in their footsteps by just taking some time to listen, chant and listen to the names of Krishna. The most powerful of all mantras is the Maha Mantra. And to have access to the Maha Mantra in this age of Kali, we first chant the Panchatattva mantra, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, but he's distributing the mantra and teaching how to chant it. So let's take shelter of the Panchatattva by saying their mantra, and then we'll chant together the Hare Krishna mantra. But before we do, I'm just going to read a couple of Prabhupāda's words. Krishna is complete spiritual body. The kingdom of God is also spiritual, and if you go there, and you live there eternally, when going, you do not come back again to this material world. That is the supreme abode of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this benediction is offered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who has very kindly come here. Nitai Gauranga. So you take advantage of his mercy. You are very fortunate that Nitai Gaura are here. If you simply chant Nitai Gaura and dance, then you'll become happy. There is no difficulty. There is no difficulty. And you are chanting Jai Sachinandan. This simple chanting, Jai Sachinandan, Hare Krishna, this chanting and dancing, Yagnai Sankirtana Prayar Yajanti Husumedasa, that is not I am manufacturing. It is the injunction of the Shastra. In this age, simply by chanting and dancing, you get complete spiritual service. So I'm very glad you are taking care of Nitai Gaura so nicely. They're so nicely dressed. So continue these activities, and even if you cannot do anything, simply chant Hare Krishna and dance and Jai Sachinandan. That will make your life perfect. Thank you very much. Lecture on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 20.102, July 7th, 1976, Baltimore. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda. About 10 years ago, when I was traveling in Japan with Satyadev Prabhu, we went to a devotee's home way up in the mountains. It was in a green tea plantation nearby. It was a very simple place, and it was right next to a stream. Idyllic setting, bamboo forests, rocks in the stream catching the flow of the water made a beautiful sound right next to where we stayed. And I can remember getting up early in the morning. It was freezing cold. They don't have a lot of heat systems in Japan that are very efficient. But we just stayed huddled up in some jackets and blankets and sat and chanted our japa in that room next to the stream each morning. And there were no distractions. And I can remember feeling utterly joyful, just sitting there chanting and feeling like there was no other place to be. You know, in the Srimad Bhagavatam that Srila Vyasadeva, after getting instruction from his spiritual master Narada, Muni went to Shamyapras. There's a beautiful place where the modes of material nature do not touch, in a cottage surrounded by berry trees. And he sat there in meditation and realized the pastimes of Krishna directly, and then wrote them down as a revelation received as a gift. And so I'm wondering if any of you have an ideal place where you've chanted japa, if you can remember a place where you felt yourself fully energized, completely absorbed, without any distraction whatsoever. It may have been in the middle of a festival sitting with devotees, or in a cottage surrounded by berry trees, or maybe this morning sitting in your house or apartment or van, wherever you are right now. Can you remember such an incident? Did it leave a samskar in your mind about the joy of chanting japa?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Danavari.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you for the nice japa session. I want to share quickly my experience 2 years ago when I went to India to help my mother, and I stayed with her for like 8 months. And it's a small village, and it's very busy. It's small village, but still people are busy in doing their thing. But I could go to the Lord Shiva's temple and then chant Hare Krishna in that temple. And I really felt that I could connect, and it was so peaceful, and I could attentively chant there. So I wanted to share my experience. It was very nice. Thank you.
Rama bole chaturmukhe Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Mahadeva Panchamukhe Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jai, thank you, Danavari. That was beautiful. Who else has a remembrance of being fully absorbed in japa and it relates it to a particular place? Ashok Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. Dandavat Pranam. I remember almost 2 years ago here at the new Vrindavan Temple in West Virginia, His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj was visiting here. And I remember in the morning, we stayed over in the lodge there at New Vrindavan. And next day morning, I got up for japa and he was there. And we were in the temple room, so he was like maybe 10 feet away from me, but that was the first time I felt like in the association of Maharaj, I was chanting. It was an ecstatic experience. I still remember I got goosebumps at that time, and I was like, this is something else. I've never felt like this before. It was a very powerful experience.
Lesson is chant with sadhus whenever you can. Yes. Thank you very much for sharing, Ashok Krishna Prabhu. Great to see you. Monisha.
Hare Krishna. So when I was really enjoying chanting japa was almost 6 years ago in ISKCON Pune when we visited India. I had nothing else to do and I had no one else my age there. So I was kind of just forced to find something to do because we used to be in temple every single day for almost like the whole day from morning to evening. And so I really had nothing else to do and I had my japa bag and I found that every single day I really liked chanting and it's surprising because it wasn't a struggle for me back then. But yeah, now it's really hard compared to back then.
So you got a free sample. It's nice to have these remembrances because, you know, when you have a pleasure, samskar, spiritual pleasure coming from a practice, and then you always remember that it's there. So it's important to have these breakthroughs. Thanks for sharing, Monisha. And we have Sukeshri and then Kameshri.
Prabhu, I was just remembering that when we went to Ahobilam, the whole day we walked in the Nallamala forest. All day when I was chanting, I just felt such an amazing, I mean, as you said, the stream we're passing, the Bhavatarini river passes, and then you walk on rocks and you sit down there and chant for some time. And when we reached almost the peak, just before, where Jwala Nrsimha is there, Ugra Nrsimha Swami is there, before the DT. It's actually a small little, I'm sure you know it. It's a small little like a cave, and then you just sit down in front of the DT, and I chanted my Gayatri. I just felt that I was in a different realm. It was an amazing experience. And I tried to remember that so many times, it's been more than 8 years maybe, but I still try to remember, how was that experience, I like to look at the videos that we took. I look at the pictures that we took. So I want to try to get that mood back. But yeah, hopefully.
Like Narada Muni. Narada Muni had his transcendental experience and then he tried to get it back. He spent his whole life trying to get it back. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Kameshwari.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
The day I remember is right in our ISV temple. it was Gaur Purnima, and we came together for the morning japa. And when we sat down and started chanting, and then I had this so many thoughts in my mind, because I was feeling happy to chant with all the devotees, and I realized that for so many days in a row, I was chanting in a very hurriedly. It was very busy and very overwhelming. So I realized that I got this time, just sit down and chant in the association of devotees on this auspicious day of the Lord's appearance, and everybody around is chanting, and we are exclusively chanting. Then there is nothing else to run for. I was really happy, and I was feeling so much. I was crying actually that I can sit down and chant, and I felt very grateful that that atmosphere is there, and then we can actually feel sheltered to give time to exclusively to focus on the holy name. So that particular feeling, when I remember, I still feel that vibration or that remembrance, and I wish we could. After that, I wish that I should go to temple and be with devotees. Then you feel like that. But now that we are all together, this is also, I feel that there is a chance here. You always bring us together for, okay, there's nothing else to do but you chant. So I feel grateful for that, Prabhuji.
That's amazing. What a luxury it is, as you're mentioning, just to have the space in which to fully concentrate on chanting with no other obligation or distraction. It's a rare occurrence. And the more we can get that during our life, the more we'll advance spiritually. That was really amazing. Thank you so much, Karameshwari. I see Sundar. Is that the original Sundar? The Sundar? Ananda Prabhu? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Great to see you.
So, the one reflection I had was the experience is chanting in the temple, Prabhu. So that always gives great joy, because as Prabhupada says, these are embassies of Vaikuntha, so we can experience spiritual happiness while chanting in the temple. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, as far as I could tell, you're always at the temple. I remember coming down there any time of the day or night, and Sundar Prabhu, you'd always be there chanting, just very peacefully chanting. It was very inspiring. Thank you. Great to see you.
Thank you,
Bal
Prabhu.
Mukunda, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Good to see you.
So, like when I was in college, around 15 years back, we had a small apartment near the college where devotees it was a center. So I used to go, and they had a very nice atmosphere, Gaurnitai deities, nice template of holy name, and Tulsi Maharani. So it was really it's a small place, but it had a very nice atmosphere. I still remember and it was my first few months of chanting. So the taste I had, that I still remember, that the whole atmosphere and the taste. And just last week only, I was thinking, hey, what is the template they had for chanting the holy name? And I was trying to recreate the atmosphere so that I can get the same taste. So having nice atmosphere helps. So,
Yes, it does very much. Try to create an atmosphere, berry trees, no modes of nature, just chanting, no distraction. Thank you so much, Bal Mukunda. These are precious samskars. We have Radhakripa Prabhu and then Rampriya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Pranam. Maharaj, I remember, I think last Sadhu Sangha, last year we didn't have it. Before that, in the Sadhu Sangha, the joy of waking up in the morning is actually very different. When we wake up, the whole thing is, we are going there in the Sadhu Sangha in the morning for the Aarti, and after that, you started, the japa circle, and then people started, one by one, started sitting 1, 2, 3, 4, then the circle becomes so big. And after some time, Radhanath Maharaj came and he said next, And then I was just like, wow, what else do we need in life? Everything is here right now. So that moment of feeling where you were in the center and everybody was just circling you being in the center, then Radhanath Maharaj came, and then all the devotees sitting in a circle, the circle started becoming bigger and bigger. That feeling I still have in my heart. I just thought to share.
This is really nice description, because what you said about what else do I need in my life is what Krishna describes in the Bhagavad Gita. Yam labvam chaparam labham manyate. He says, manyate, the person's thinking, there is no greater gain. There is nothing else better in life. And this is absorption. So finding ways to get ourselves in such a situation where we're absorbed in chanting is the key to advancing in spiritual life. We move ahead 10 spaces, not half a space or a quarter of a space, but 10 spaces, when you can have one japa session where there is actual absorption. Okay, we have Ram Priya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandat Pranam. Maharaj, I was remembering one incident a few years back with around 100 devotees. We went to Jagannath Puri during Rath Yatra time. And after the Rath Yatra, one of the tour was to visit Siddhapakul place. So that place where Haridas Thakur chanted 192 rounds. So that's the place we were sitting close to 100 devotees, Maharaj, near the Siddhapakul tree. And we were chanting. So we were supposed to chant one full round of Hare Krishna mantra, and I was just sitting there amidst devotees and chanting. Maharaj, I think I chanted a couple of Hare Krishna rounds there, and so far it has been like the best experience, Maharaj, and I'm still eagerly waiting that, when will that day come that I can chant every mantra I heard very clearly, attentively. And after that, like, devotees came to me and said, you were in trance. I mean, kind of jokingly or intentionally or unintentionally, but I still look forward to that, Maharaj. And there have been multiple experiences like that. Whenever we chant in the midst of devotees, like this Japa circle, Maharaj, I look forward to every week. This has been best experience, Maharaj. Yeah, I just want to
Jai Ram Priya Prabhu. Yes, thanks for reminding us about sitting in holy places, especially those of Haridas Thakur, Siddhapakul, and how the mercy of the ācārya there can actually descend upon us. That's why we go to try to have those experiences and connect. Really beautiful. Nice lighting in there too. This should be a book cover or something for your next book. You look very nice. Okay, for the close, we have Prema and Premi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, Dhanavad Pranam. So I was thinking 1 month ago that here in this circle japa, I feel like was like some seconds, like it was like a kirtan, like if everyone were chanting together, and this was very profound, very, very nice. And thank you so much for giving us this wonderful space to go on in japa and deep. Thank you so much.
Jai. Actually, some years ago when I was visiting Pune, and I saw how Radhesham Prabhu had organized all the brahmacharis sitting in little circles around the whole temple. So I went and sat in one of the circles, and I was just appreciating the synergy as you're describing, sitting circle, then you get lifted by the others. And really it is a kind of sankirtan, because you're doing japa, but you're doing it together. So it's kind of helpful. And it's nice that we're able to have this kind of circle, even electronically, when we're separated. It's one of the blessings of modern technology, where we're using it for the highest purpose. And I think we'll always remember these times as well. We're doing these japa circles online. So we did our utmost to chant the holy names this morning. We leaned into it. We heard something about the glories of the holy name. We remembered how important it's been in our lives. And I'm going to finish with a short excerpt from Srila Prabhupada's teachings on chanting the holy names. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has 5 features. What are those? Krishna, Krishna's manifestation, Krishna's incarnation, Krishna's different potencies in this way. And Krishna, the source of devotional service. He is Krishna Chaitanya, Bhakta Shaktikam. To advance in devotional service requires spiritual strength. It is not so easy thing. That spiritual strength is also Krishna, Bhakta Shaktikam. Therefore, we have to practice Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Always think of me. Where is the difficulty? We have to think of something. We cannot keep our mind vacant. That is not possible. So make it a point that think of Krishna, that's all. Think of Krishna, and if you chant, if you engage your tongue, Hare Krishna, and if you hear, then everything is compact in Krishna consciousness. So to achieve strength, Krishna is prepared to help us in so many ways. He is coming as Lord Krishna and ordering, Sarvadharman Prityaja Mamekam Sharanam Braja, surrender unto me. Still, we are making mistake. We don't accept Krishna's word. Therefore, Krishna is coming as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, along with his associates, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Prabhu, Gadadhara Prabhu, just to teach us the same process, how to surrender to Krishna. So our real business is that, how to surrender to Krishna. And if we take shelter of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with his associates, then the task becomes very easy. Jagnai Sankirtana Prayer Yajantihi Sumedasa. Very easy, not at all difficult. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's method for approaching Krishna is very, very easy. So our only request is that you take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chant always Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda and Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. It is not very difficult task. So do not forget this principle. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Surupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Bhakta Shakti. Everything requires strength. So we can derive strength by chanting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name and chanting Hare Krishna. So chant Hare Krishna mantra and be happy. That is the Hare Krishna. That is the Krishna consciousness movement. Thank you very much. Lecture on Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 1.14 Mayapur, April 7th, 1975. Om Tat Sat. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you in about 20 minutes. Hari Bol.